whether Unbothered Hoe Academy, which is Nosey's fairy tale school, fairy tale academy. We talked about last time that it's not accredited. And then I told you guys I was going to look up some more information about whether you need some sort of license or certificate to teach those type of classes. And yeah, it looks like you do. It looks like you do need, first of all, you got to be like a damn teacher. First, you have to actually be in the profession of teaching. So that's a profession in itself. We know that Nosey is not a teacher. You have to go to school to be a teacher. I'm not sure. I think you need your master's to make any money. This is what I heard through the grapevine. You need your master's to make some money, or you do special ed, and that makes more money than the average teacher, is what I heard. I hope those aren't your incentives to be a teacher, but that is what I saw doing my research. You need to actually be in the teaching profession to teach those type of courses. It's similar to sex ed. You know, not everybody can teach that. Only specific teachers who are specialized can teach that in that area. This is the same type of way with the adult classes. You have to have somebody who actually have education, an educational background, went to school. They prefer somebody who's actually a teacher. That way, the things could go in order. You won't have all this unprofessionalism. You won't have all this alleged scams. If someone's a real professor, a real teacher, they're not going to put their license on the line or anything like that. They're going to follow protocols. They're going to follow certain guidelines. And so the adult courses is like a certificate. So the adult courses, I did see that you do need some type of certificate. You have to be trained in these classes to teach it. And you do need some type of certificate in order to be considered accredited or validated or whatever. So there are different programs. It's different programs in each state. And I just seen specific ones. I seen one for California. I think they have one in New York too. So they do teach those type of classes, but you have to get some type of certificate. Okay, that's what I did when I did my light research. Hey, Butterflies, Dawn, welcome, and thank you so much for being a member. Yeah, so you do need to have a certificate to teach those type of classes. So pretty much it's illegal to teach those classes without having the proper accreditation. You can't just call yourself a school. You just can't call yourself an academy. You have to actually go through the correct authorities to get accredited, the correct training to be approved to teach this type of stuff. You can't just say, oh, well, I've had 8 years being a cam mod, and so now I'm able to teach. It doesn't work that way. That's like a nursing assistant saying, okay, I got 10 years as a nursing assistant. Now I'm ready to be a nurse. I don't have to go to school. I've been around so long, I don't got to go to school. I know how these people get down. I know the environment. I know this place like the back of my hand. That don't mean that you're able or you're qualified to teach or to be a nurse or to act like a nurse if you're not a nurse. So you actually need to be accredited. You need to have a certificate to teach those type of courses. So in my opinion, I'm not an attorney, but I believe those courses are illegal. That's why there's a non-disclosure agreement. Those are illegal. And allegedly there is some illegal or was or is some illegal practice as well. I've heard that there was allegedly rumors that some of the ladies had been escorting, which is illegal. And Allegedly, Nosey was the person teaching them how to escort and going on these tours, these unbothered whole tours around the so-called world, escorting or learning how to be a stay-at-home, independent businesswoman. In other words, that's how it's advertised. Be a stay-at-home mom or be a stay-at-home worker. You don't have to, do too much of anything. Drop your 9 to 5, lose the 9 to 5, be your own boss, that type of thing. That's how it's promoted. But in actuality, some of the ladies allege that there was some illegal activity going on. It wasn't everybody doing it, but it was allegedly a lot of people doing it. And allegedly Nosey was the one teaching it. And she also taught witchcraft as well. So witchcraft is involved with that. I don't know if you guys, it's this thing called, I think it's like sex magic or something. I don't know. I think something, I don't know, because I'm not a witch. I don't practice witchcraft, so I don't know exactly what it is, but I heard something with magic and sex, and I don't know. You put spells on people, you put curses on people, and I don't know if that's what they're doing, binding their, customer or whatever, or cursing. I don't know, but that's one of the classes, according to my resources and my sources. That's one of the classes that was taught, black magic, something with black magic. So I thought that was very interesting. I don't see what black magic has to do with being an adult worker, but apparently Nosey incorporated that in the agenda for the classes. So she had magic as one of the curriculum, a part of the curriculum, magic. I think another one was how to get a sugar daddy or something like that, or how to be a sugar baby. And that was kind of what, in my opinion, from the stories I read, led to the alleged escorting services, to married men's houses, hotels, men in relationships, and mostly white men. Because y'all know Nosey allegedly hate or dislike her own people for some crazy reason. Maybe she got bullied by her own people. That's typically where it starts. But anyway, I don't even understand. Let me get this lit up. Hold up. Give me a second. I'm getting distracted. I just don't understand how people get caught up in stuff like this. How it go from class or whatever into you doing shit in allegedly. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. That don't make any type of sense. People be trying to hit me up when I'm on live. I don't understand that. But so allegedly the classes went from online to I can show you how to do this in real life type of deal. And so a handful of women, allegedly, according to my sources, went on these whole academy tours, picking up men at bars, picking up men at clubs, and she was actually showing these women how to do it in person, how to be a hoe, pretty much. That's what it sounds like to me. And this is from their mouth. So then I dug a little deeper. I said, okay, let me see. So she actually started, with the classes. It started with the classes and then it drifted off to other things. Magic, the sugar daddy, sugar baby thing. First it was just, the phone operator classes or whatever. Then it turned into, okay, how to bag a sugar daddy. Then it turned into, okay, let's go and empower women in person. Let's empower women in person. So then these group of hoes pretty much went on a whole tour. Hoes in different area codes. That's what Luda said back in the early 2000s, and that's exactly what was going on here. But it wasn't the early 2000s. This was just a few years ago. This goes all the way back. Some could count 5 years ago. Some could count 6. Whenever she popped on the scene, that's when it all started. And so, like I told you guys in the last video, she had her Sunshine in the City page. I'm not too sure if the Sunshine in the City was named Sunshine in the City and Unbothered Hoe Academy, but from what I checked, the Unbothered Hoe Academy is the account that got suspended for excessive violations of the sex policy or something on YouTube. The adult policy or something she violated over and over. So this is nothing new to her. She been getting pages terminated, this time for a different reason. So she just keep hopping onto, onto whatever she can get clout from. So her whole page was called Unbothered Hoe Academy. She had a YouTube page doing this. And so how she got deleted was actually from the stuff she was showing to her audience, the stuff she was teaching to her audience, the so-called tours she was going on. Allegedly, every Cash App, every Venmo, every PayPal would get flagged and reported because the men would leave crazy ass comments in that little area where you could add a note. So they'll be like, great blank last night, take care, send me feet pictures, like crazy stuff. They'll write that in the, little add note section on Cash App. And so they would constantly get flagged, constantly have to make up new Cash Apps, constantly got to use new cards and all type of stuff. One survivor alleged that she paid for Nosey's classes. I'm not sure if her and Nosey got into it or she did something that Nosey didn't like. But then about 72 hours later, Nosey revoked access to the class and took her money. So she took I believe it was $350. She had access to the class about 2 to 3 days. And then Nosey kind of revoked. I don't know if she pissed her off or whatever, but she revoked access to the actual class, allegedly. So she basically paid for a product that she didn't have. That was temporary. She didn't have a tangible product. She couldn't go back and look at videos. She, basically got her money took. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I advise everyone to file a police report in your area if you know who did it to you, who scammed you, if you got proof of who did it, who allegedly scammed you. Definitely file a police report and report it online at ic3.gov because that's definitely serious. You could still get justice. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. And I believe this was just in 2018, 2019. So it wasn't too long ago before all this alleged doxing happened and before her old channels got terminated. So she's been doing this, been getting channels deleted, been had this cult-like following. And a lot of the women who reached out to me, they basically said it's like a cult. You can't think for yourself. You have to do what she says. She order people around. It's not any asking. It's orders. She's basically like the cult leader. And There are mindless, brainless followers who would do anything for her, who would literally do anything. Anything. Past doxing. This is when it becomes dangerous, when there's no limit. There's no limit. You doxing people, you scamming people, you talking to people any kind of way, you know, and then there's no resolution. Nobody can reach back out to you and fight it because you have this, you know, doxing thing over their head. If you talk, if you speak up, I'll dox you, or you kind of insinuate like, okay, remember I got your information, everybody, remember I got y'all information, that type of thing. Intimidation. That's what's called intimidation, when somebody do that, you know. It's a kind of indirect type of thing. I remember, the NDA said this, da 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 da, you speak, da 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 da. And so yeah, it's very disgusting. That's crazy, wild, disgusting. So she's really a hoe and teaching other women to be a hoe for, yes. And she prides herself on it. She prides herself on being this so-called hoe. She do. That's like her medal of honor. You can't tell her it's wrong. You can't tell her, hey, you know, in the long run, it may not work out for you. The whole world is seeing your business, you know. And like I said, temporarily, I had an OnlyFans myself. It wasn't even for a year. It wasn't even for 6 months. Was it for 6 months? I don't know. I think it was like for 3 to 6 months. I know what you got to do to get money. And it's not just talking to people on the phone. And when you are doing that, it's not just that either. But according to a lot of women, this is how Nosey makes it seem. Hey, if you could text, you can make money. You know, if you can talk, you can make money. If you know, stuff like that. If you got a cell phone, you can make some money. You got to be careful. Those are like get rich quick schemes. Those are like pyramid schemes. You always got to do more to get more. Especially, you know, if you're Black. That's what a lot of these women have said. You got to do a lot. You have to do a lot. Just like off of the Players Club. What the hell say? They're not able to speak up for themselves. They're not able to think for themselves. Eventually, they all start thinking the same and acting like Nosey. Eventually, it's like you become a carbon copy of the original. So there'll be 100 copies just mimicking the one original. And that's kind of what a cult is you think the same, you act the same. If your leaders say do this, do that, order you just do it. You don't ask questions. And that's what I feel like this has become. There has been proof that has shown, people have shown screenshots that, first of all, that list that was made, that's kind of creepy. You know, the so-called hit list that was made. Like I said, Nosey didn't make that, but one of her people made it, and she had pinned it to the comment section. So, like I said, it's that like-minded mentality, thinking that wrong is right and right is wrong type of thing. Is a twisted mindset. You know, and it's some type of trauma behind it. You know, people who follow her have some type of trauma of their own, I believe, and they're attached to this. Oh, well, let me watch a train wreck because my train already wrecked. So now let me watch another Black woman crash into the wall. Because that seemed to be everybody's excuse. Oh, I like to watch a train wreck. Or do you just like Nosey? I'm tired of hearing, oh, I just like to watch, because I didn't watch her, period. If I don't like somebody, I don't watch. But you hear a lot of people, I admit I watched her because I like to watch a train wreck. No, that means you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Hello? You're part of the problem. You're watching someone you talk about, you make videos about, someone you don't like. You wasn't watching them to prove a point, to commentate. You were watching them for entertainment. So you were part of the problem. But a lot of y'all made videos about her, but you were the main ones watching. You were subscribed. You had your notifications on. Why don't you just admit that you liked her? Because I don't watch people like, okay, unless I'm commentating on it, I'm giving my, I can't tell what type of cult it is. It might be, a SEX cult. Because that seems to be the subject of the classes and everything. But I can't, again, I wasn't a part of it. There's probably way more information that I don't know. And so I'm still gathering more information. So make sure you email me at talesfromthecult777@gmail.com if you have a story to tell about surviving this whole academy, okay? You will remain anonymous. I'll basically summarize your story, and I'll let you know more information in the email. But shout out to everybody who sent me their story so far. Keep them coming, keep it coming. And I'm definitely going to keep on doing my research, and I encourage you to do your research as well. Don't just go based off my opinion. This is just my opinion, and everything is for entertainment purposes. So do your own research and come to your own conclusion. But to me, it has a lot of similarities to a cult, even to the scamming part. A lot of people got scammed in the cult that I was in. That's a part of it too. Selling products, that's a part of it too. They did classes, they sold classes. That's all a part of it. And then typically, if, one thing gets shut down, they will follow you to wherever you go. They'll follow you wherever you go. Real talk. They will follow you wherever you go. Okay? They have this unwavering loyalty for their leader. If you talk about their leader, they don't see the bad, they just see the good. They don't see what you see. Just like when everybody was talking good about Nosey, when she first got terminated, and then everybody switched up to the light, and I'm going to be the person to bring it to the light. Go ahead and email me at talesfromthecult777@gmail.com. My mouth is getting dry. Looks like that was the email right now. If you have any comments as well, you could go ahead and just drop them below. And then the email is for stories, tips. And if you want me to discuss a certain celebrity, you could also email me as well. So what do you guys think? Same, I think is very sad. I hope that others come out and speak up about what they have been through to bring awareness to it. Yeah, me